But no, I guess I would step down and appoint Johnny Zielinski as the CEO because I just want to write some code. I don't want to deal with all that.
That's
conferences.
Yeah. You can pick somebody else suck up though, because it's Johnny, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to The Leadership, a business-focused talk show brought to you by the Vested Group.
We talk to entrepreneurs, employees, thought leaders, innovators, dreamers, disruptors,
and even our own children about what makes us tick on and off the clock.
Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Podcast brought to you by the Vested Group. You can find out more about us at thevested.com. I'm here with my charming co-host, Johnny Zielinski, and we have the fortune of interviewing Brandon Fuller today. Brandon, tell us about yourself.
Well, it's good to be here. That's a very open question. I think, got anything more specific for me?
How did you wind up at TVG? How about that?
I mean, it was pretty random chance, really. I was just fishing around on LinkedIn, you know, the internet, looking for a real job. And a recruiter found me. We went through the onboarding process. Obviously, I interviewed and everything, and all of that went really great. So, I mean, I felt like I was still, y'all wanted me back for a second, third interview. So I was like, this seems pretty good. I like these people. So, yeah, that was pretty much how it happened. I was working at Jimmy John's before, just slinging sandwiches.
Slinging sandwiches.
That's a tough market there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Jennifer or somebody that found you on LinkedIn?
No, it was a recruiter found me. Yeah. Jennifer handled most of the onboarding and stuff, so that made it really easy. So
she's been like wrangling people from LinkedIn lately, you know, like bringing them in. So
good.
I don't know if we get much recruiters anymore.
Mastering. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about your family, siblings. I know you just you had some big things happen in your life recently. If you want to talk about that, and then kind of tell us where you grew up, if you don't mind.
So I just got engaged. So I live with my fiance Carly and our dog Toby. So we live over in Louisville right now. So a little bit of a commute back to Plano for the office these days. Yeah. But hopefully we'll get back into the swing of that. But I grew up in North Dallas and Salina area. It was like north of DFW. It's pretty country, pretty rural out there. But that was kind of back and forth with my mom and dad when I was younger. So I was an only child, though. I have 4 stepsisters now. Both my parents are happily remarried. So,
wow.
But yeah, that's pretty much my family.
4 from one side, or are they split up, or?
2 sisters on each side.
Wow.
No escaping then. Really. So, what high school did you go to?
I went to Highland Park High School.
Highland Park?
Highland Park.
Like, really? But you were living out so far north. Did you have a commute for that as well?
Mm-hmm.
How far was that?
It's like an hour drive to school every other week.
That's wild. I barely made it, and it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, when I was at my mom's house when we lived there, it's like a 5-minute walk, you know. A little different situation, but yeah.
That's funny. That's crazy to think about.
That is.
Although Salina is super built up now, too.
It really is. When I lived there was like, people got groceries at the Bobcat convenience store.
Exactly.
Brookshire's came to town and put an end to that. Yeah.
Oh, little guy. I was going to say, my best friend just moved out there, and it's developing, but I remember back when I was in high school, they did like a 3A state championship against I think the Texas town called China Springs or something.
Okay.
I mean, they were out there. Like, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
That's how the colony was when I was a kid too. Like, there was that was the same thing. It was like one light on 121 that was the
milk carton.
How you got there. Yeah.
Yep. Remember all that.
But now, look how old we are. Things change. So we always like to ask the difficult questions. What would your parents say that you do for a living?
Well, my parents say, I think, they've asked me this question, so I'm like, here, you can say this. I'm a developer, so I write code and do programming, and I'm a business consultant, basically. That's like the high level. If they want to, ask more questions, that's when I kind of get into the whole NetSuite conversation. It's usually like, have you heard of NetSuite? And then they say no, and I'm like, well, here we go, right? That's the whole. So, business software is kind of just the general term that I would use to call just NetSuite. Yeah.
So in a business setting, what do you say you do?
In a business setting, like if I know the person knows NetSuite, is that kind of what you're asking?
No.
Or just just a business setting?
Elevator pitch, yeah.
See, I don't have a very good elevator pitch.
None of us do. That's okay. Well, I mean,
hard,
Luke's is pretty good.
That's why it's an elevator pitch, huh? What I do? I mean, my job title is a technical consultant, so I would say that I support, customize, and optimize NetSuite for our clients.
That's good. That's really
Yeah.
That's a good elevator.
Quick, to the point, and then
I like
they can delve into the other stuff that we don't like to talk about, if they want to.
Right, of course.
Customize and optimize, though, even if it's like alliteration in that, I think it's solid.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you come to work other than to technical consult?
Why do I come to work? I mean, I really love the job. I mean, not just like the people and the culture and everything and the, very nice office and all the stuff that we get to do, but I mean, just the job that we do, people come to us with problems, and for me, like as a developer writing code, it's almost like a video game, I just like go to work and log onto my computer, and I'm not quite as client facing as some of the other consultants, so some days it's just, me and some code for 8 hours. So, I mean, I enjoy that. I know that sounds terrible to some people. They're like, oh God, but that's why I continue to do it, because I think it's fun.
To each their own. I think you were the first developer we've interviewed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
In describing it as a video game, that is a unique perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, though.
I mean, you can NetSuite's a little bit like that on its own, just software, you go in and find cool stuff and configure it.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
How long have you been at the Vested Group?
It's been 3 years and some months. Started in February 2018.
And I think, didn't you win an award your first year?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year in 2018.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't get that wrong.
I was lucky starting in February, so I had some time to actually do some stuff that year. So.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's, Rookie of the Year.
I know.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, when you first started at the Vested Group, I started a little bit after you, and we were both on a project together. And you designed them a whole invoicing system or something, and is that right? You wrote it custom system. He did all this amazing stuff, and he was right out of the box, just awesome. So totally deserving of that Rookie of the Year award.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we did some cool stuff on that project. So it was very much trial by fire. Just throw them in, see if they sink or swim.
Oh yeah.
Look at you, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Clearly floating right up to the top. Okay, so maybe you always wanted to be the technical developer, but did you have a different goal when you were a kid?
Yeah, I can imagine 12-year-old me giving the elevator pitch for NetSuite. That's my goal. No, probably depending on the age bracket, Pokemon trainer, Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to be a politician for a while.
Well, a little bit of a jump there.
That was my major in college, was political science.
Really?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Wow.
Believe it or not. But yeah, that's really, I didn't really think about it too much. Had a few existential crises throughout my childhood over these things. First I had to figure out Pokemon aren't real, can't go Super Saiyan. So,
You can't go Super Saiyan with
still,
that attitude.
You play video games for a living right now, right?
Exactly.
How did you learn to program then if you have a degree in political science? Those don't seem...
So yeah, the degree in political science led to the Jimmy John's job, which was actually right across the street from SMU, where I took a full stack development certification course. So that was where I kind of got my legs for coding there, which, I think it all worked out. It was a pretty good investment, so yeah.
You told me that story when we first met, and it's still to this day just so interesting, right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
So what's your favorite workplace tradition?
I really like the lights and ringing the gong when we get a new logo. Maybe part of that's because I think I'm a little more disconnected from that part, so I don't really have as much control over that. So it's kind of neat when I get to see other people, do that. And also, last year, was it last year when it was we were right there on the edge? So, I mean, that's exciting, a little bit. I know you don't want to be in that position, but, being right there at the end and getting all those logos that we set out to get, that was a really good achievement that felt really cool to do. So, and it's, it's something that everybody everybody's attention goes over there whenever it happens. So it's a cool little thing.
Definitely.
That is fun.
For those of you watching, he's talking about when we sign a deal with someone who has never had NetSuite before, call that a new logo, and we turn lights on in our office to signify that we've signed someone new. And then somebody will ring a gong without any warning and give most of us what I like to call mini heart attacks for a quiet consulting office. It's terrifying, but great.
What a great tradition. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
The mini heart attack tradition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you wish that people knew about you, either, I guess, in business or outside of work?
That's a good question. I had thought about this a little bit. I am a type 1 diabetic, so that's just kind of something that I've had to deal with since I was 16. So I'm 27 now. It's been 11 years, but it's like sometimes it comes up in work or personal life, and sometimes nobody ever knows, right? I mean, I've got like some little devices that'll beep every now and then, so instead of having to explain to somebody, hey, sorry, I'm beeping because of this, like, it'd be nice if they just kind of knew and were like, yeah. I mean, usually people don't say, hey, what's beeping, but I don't know. It's, that's something that it would be nice to just be able to forego the conversation. For me, I'm very much an introvert, so I don't really want to like have that conversation too often. So, yeah, I mean.
That's pretty fair. That seems reasonable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So wait, I have to ask too, what type of dog do you have?
He's a lab mix. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're going to need to get a picture from you to put in this episode, yeah?
Yeah, we'll get that.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what do you enjoy doing when you're not at work?
Not at work. We've been playing some tennis, not recently. The weather's been bad and we've been kind of busy, but I enjoy doing that. I played in high school, so it's fun to get some friends together, or parents, and play some doubles, stuff like that.
You and Carly both play?
Yeah, she's pretty good. She didn't play in high school, but for someone that's just kind of picking up a racket, she's doing pretty well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Some pickleball.
Yeah. Oh, pickleball. Yeah. Forgot we did. Yeah.
That's super fun, actually.
We get the pickleball court in the parking lot of the office, and people keep parking because it's white and it looks like stall lines.
I know.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. I mean, if they park there, they have to realize they're like blocking like 10 people behind them.
There's some very obvious parking spots, and then some strange lines over
I've
here.
never seen anybody do that. It makes sense though, but yeah, that would never occur to me. That's
Once
funny.
in the blue moon for that taco shop. Too funny.
Did it yellow?
Happened this morning.
Oh,
Did it really?
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I was there at like 7:30. There was like nobody in the parking lot except for one guy parked in the middle of the pickleball court. It's like, all right, cool.
Maybe
Making
that's
it
the
work.
answer to the next question then. So what's the funniest thing that happened to you recently?
Yeah, I guess laughing about the guy parking in the pickleball court this morning.
Exactly. It would be really funny if he parked right behind you. Like that was the one spot. that he-
Yeah, and blocked me.
That's
up
why
with
I drove him here.
pickleball, of course.
He was blocked in. No. So we finish this interview. We step outside. You find a lottery ticket. You know for a fact that you won $15 million. You know they're one way or another. It's the numbers on a billboard. You see on TV. You talk to someone. You know it wins, Brandon. What are you doing with that money?
I'm gonna bury it in the backyard probably. We'll just tell no one. It'd be kind of hard to collect. You got to tell somebody. I'm just trying to figure out how you avoid them taking half of it.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It's the lottery, so you say 15 million. That's really like not 15 million.
We can tell.
That was your payout.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
choose to break it in
Oh,
payments.
15 million
Yeah,
payout.
yeah.
Okay. See, you got to be careful about this. I'd go home and do some Googling on people that have won the lottery before, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't turn out well for a lot of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you want to Google that. I
Well,
feel like
yeah,
you're always gonna find something bad.
Figure out what their mistakes were is the thing, But I don't know. I mean, I don't really have like something super expensive that I'm looking to, do or buy. We'd probably go on a trip to Switzerland. That's probably one thing that we would do.
It's like the ultimate
Be like-
introvert answer. I'm gonna bury it in a hole in the
Bury it
backyard.
in a hole so nobody can ever find it. Yeah. No, I mean, that's probably what I do. I'd take some PTO and go on a trip.
Yeah.
You have unlimited PTO, so I don't know that the money's
it's
holding
like
you back.
the lottery ticket fills in that.
Fills in
little
that.
gap.
Yeah.
We'll have to let a few clients know, but
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Exactly.
sorry, Brandon won the lottery.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
So, if you had to pick one song to play every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Okay. you ask this question like it's a song that I'm supposed to like, right?
Well, you have to listen to it, obviously.
Exactly. I feel like whatever song I pick, I'm going to end up hating. So I have to pick a song that I'm fine with hating. And there's a song I already hate and used to love because I set it as my alarm clock.
That's the number one way to do it. That's a fact. Yeah.
Cherry Pie by Warrant. I don't know if you remember how that song opens, but it's like a low scream and then it like builds to a high scream.
Oh, yeah.
And then the song starts.
Oh, that's rough.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Such a good song. Hate it.
The mind of a developer being like, you know, I can't be a song that I love because I'm going to start to hate it, and then I don't want to do that. So I need
Yeah.
very logical.
Yeah.
I like it. He's totally right, though. You ever set a song as your alarm clock?
No, it's the kiss.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
You got to get the already annoying wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then if somebody else is like, you know, on the phone, they can have that sound be something else for them, and you're just like, oh, why would you do that?
Yeah.
There's a couple of Queen songs I just can't listen to anymore.
Yeah.
We had a
That's a shame.
jukebox in my high school cafeteria, and they played "Living It Up on the Elevator." I mean, so many times. Just was it still that? What is that song actually? Stairway to.
What? Stairway to Heaven?
No, what is it? The "Living It Up on the Elevator." It's like a. It's not the. Oh, okay, I edit this out. It's terrible. I can't think of the name of the song, but it was traumatic.
So we will look up the name of the song and then have it inserted right
No, we're gonna edit all this
here.
Sorry, Travis. Yeah.
No, we'll figure it out. We'll get this figured out. Living it up in the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
All right. So if you were our CEO tomorrow, Joel seriously disappears, and you take his spot, what are you doing?
We launch an investigation into what happened to Joel, first of all.
Dig a hole in the backyard first.
You know,
Yeah.
we check the hole in the backyard, right? See if he's looking for that lottery money. But no, I guess I would step down and appoint Johnny Zielinski as the CEO because
wow.
I just want to write some code. I don't want to deal with all that.
That's a suck-up
Conferences.
answer.
Yeah.
You pick somebody else suck up though, because
Yeah.
this is Johnny, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Put me on the
would be a
spot.
great
Yeah.
CEO.
Oh, thanks, Brandon.
Johnny, you're
Look at that.
This is nice.
I know.
This is my, you know, and completely all of that, you know, me aside, that's the best answer I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, it was well thought out. for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. You just want to write some code, I'll take care of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you
Well, I
that
should
trip
give
to
you real
Switzerland.
video games now. Yeah.
Some real video games. Maybe after we win the lottery. Yeah.
Definitely. I'll roll it into one.
All right. Brandon, I've seen your billable hours. I know you're busy. I appreciate you coming out here and talking with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep, I know you want to be a TV star.
I
so
appreciate the ride.
No problem.
Thank you.
You can go back to coding video games here right after this. Those of you that joined us, thank you so much for watching another episode of The Leadership. You can find out more about who we are at thevested.com or find more episodes of The Leadership. Just go to YouTube and simply search The Leadership. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.